Acknowledge that these people have flown in from Louisiana and worked so hard tirelessly. Introduce you to is Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry. Welcome to them.
Thank you. What a great day it is today. I can tell you it's wonderful to be joined by so many people that appreciate life. We have heard so many stories from people, from women who have had abortions, who have had procedures. And you know what? We've understood and heeded your call. At the end of the day, when you protect healthcare, you protect life. And I can tell you, I can't thank you again. Again, I want to thank Representative Katrina Jackson, who is now a senator, for bringing this bill on. We showed them today that, guess what? In Louisiana, we stand by the fundamental principles that God has taught us. And that is a respect for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And you can have no liberty without life. You can have no happiness without life. And today, Louisiana has stamped itself in this country and on this court that says that we stand with you. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Mike Johnson of the state of Louisiana.
Come on, everyone. How are you?
So good to have you all here. Welcome to the Hill. This was a big day for Louisiana. It was a big day for the sanctity of every human life, and it was a big day for common sense health and safety regulations. What happened inside was we heard from a very engaged court. 7 of the 9 justices asked thoughtful questions. I think I'm very optimistic about it. I'm holding in my hand here an amicus brief that was filed. We filed this on behalf of 207 members of the United States Congress, bipartisan, bicameral, because they understand that what Louisiana did here was an effort to protect women. We have a long record, as you all know, in Louisiana, of blatant violations of health and safety regulations of the abortion industry. This is a necessary law. Its time has come. There were great arguments. I want to thank Liz Merle, who did a fantastic job for the state of Louisiana. How about a round of applause for Liz? She was the perfect person to argue this case. Katrina Jackson was the perfect person to shepherd it through the process in the legislature. Landry was great leadership in having us here and doing all this. I'd like to bring up, if I can, Tony Perkins. He's the president of the Family Research Council, used to be a legislator in Louisiana, one of the leaders here in Capitol Hill to say a word.
And we're going to fight.
Thanks, Mike. And I want to thank Liz and the Attorney General for arguing this case and Katrina for authoring it. Mike and I, working 21 years ago, put the first law in place regulating abortion clinics. But here's the point. Abortion clinics and abortionists shouldn't be treated any different than anybody else. This is an issue of women's health, of treating the abortion industry just like every other industry when it comes to the health of women. Why do they want to pass on women's health? I'll tell you why. It's about profits. It's not about the patients. And Louisiana continues to drive that message, and we're grateful that this case came before the Supreme Court, and we're prayerful that women, not only in Louisiana, but as a result of the outcome of this case, will be afforded protections all around this country.
In the crowd, I'm super excited to introduce you to her. She was the first person and only person to share
Awesome. All right, one more time. Protect women, protect life. Go ahead. Protect women, protect life. Protect women, protect life. Awesome. The next person on our amazing list of speakers flew here today for this and has been working so hard to protect women and protect life. Benjamin Watson is a New England patriot, author, father, and former New Orleans Saint. Come on up, Benjamin Watson.
Hey. Good afternoon almost. I know y'all hungry. I am. Hey, I'm here simply as someone who cares about life, someone who cares about women, someone who cares about children. I'm the father of seven children. But a lot of times people say, why is this important to you? And simply because I'm a citizen of this country, and like I said before, I care about the vulnerable. I believe that to be pro-life is about having a whole life ethic. It's not simply about the children before they're born. It's about people that stand on the other side. It's about people who don't agree with us. It's about people we may never meet. It's about people at all stages of life. the most powerful thing that we all can do is to love others and respect others. And we do not engage in these sorts of things simply to win. We engage because we care about people's hearts. So my challenge is to engage with people that don't think like us. To engage from a platform of respect and honor. To engage, to always stand true to truth and to righteousness and to all those things. But to be willing to hear someone else's story. You'll be surprised how many people walking around are hurting. People are hurting and people want to hear truth. People want to know somebody cares about them. So my encouragement to you all is to stay fighting. There's a verse in scripture that says, be not weary in well-doing, because at the appointed time you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. Do not give up if what you're doing is right and what you're doing is true. You will then reap a harvest. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Benjamin. Much taller than me. I'm going to introduce someone else who's tall like me. Senator Virginia out of Louisiana, here to defend and protect women. Thank you so much. And welcome, Virginia Barrow.
Good afternoon, everybody, or good morning. I am honored to be here, and I'm proud to be a pro-life Democrat. I am proud to have co-authored that bill with my friend and colleague, Senator Jackson. We are turning the tide, guys. So we are turning the tide. And it is high time that women not be treated as second-class citizens. And so I just say that I'm happy to be here. I'm glad to be a part of history where this will turn the tide as it relates to the importance of the life of women and the unborn. God bless you, and thank you so much for being out here today. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you, Attorney Landry, and thank you, Liz.
Will get one, whether it is today, tomorrow.
The next woman I'm introducing you to is someone you have all become familiar with because of this case. She is a hero for so many, and I'm honored that we get to have her here today. Senator Katrina Jackson, of the Louisiana State Senate.
Listen, I thank God that Louisiana has led the forefront of putting women first. For so long, this nation put the abortion industry before the health and safety of the women. And as a woman in the legislature, I knew it was incumbent upon myself when Dorinda Borley, who is somewhere around here, and Ben Clapper, who's behind me with the Right to Life, came to me and said, do you know that in Louisiana, we have higher standards for everyone else, but we lower the standards for treating women in abortion clinics. I knew then that Louisiana had to step up and legislate in an area that told women that we will no longer be quiet about your health care. We would, we would no longer be quiet because we love the child and we love the woman. And Louisiana is all about love. Even when someone doesn't agree with us, we seek to protect them in their decisions. We seek to hold others accountable. And especially when $1 billion industry makes money off of that woman's decision. They should be held accountable just as other doctors who treat us for other things. For far too long in this country, we've remained silent on that industry, and we've been scared to put regulations on them, but not in Louisiana. Not in Louisiana. If you accept our money, if you accept that woman's money, you should be qualified, and you should do whatever it takes to ensure the best outcome for her. And that's what this case is about. Ensuring the best outcome for that woman. And if you're truly a medical doctor who truly seeks to treat someone, you should treat them to the best ability and knowledge that you have, and you shouldn't hide behind an industry in doing so. So in Louisiana, today, even at the U.S. Supreme Court, I thank God for Attorney General Landry, for Liz, for all the advocates, for Ben Watson, for those who stand with women, not just women who are pro-life, But Louisiana stands with all women to make sure they're treated to the best of their physician's knowledge and that ability. And that's what this is about. We say we're about love. We're about love even when you don't choose what we choose. We're about protecting women even when they may differ from us. And so, for too long, we saw other states and this nation not putting aside their political differences when it came to legislating in the area of health care. Well, Louisiana and others are standing up, and we're making sure that the laws that protect others who seek health care also protect those who seek abortion. That's just the bottom line. If you're loving someone, you're loving them through every decision they make. And when it's in your ability as a legislature, as an attorney general, as an attorney, as an advocate, I believe when it's in your ability to pass laws and regulations that help protect women, period, you must stand up and do so. And you must be the voice for those who don't agree with you when it counts. And what counts is a woman's ability to walk away from that clinic unharmed and without making an impact on her life, a negative impact. We have women in Louisiana like Cindy Collins that'll talk to you and tell you that when she left the clinic, she was hemorrhaging. No one took care of her. We had other women that come to health and welfare year after year to talk about how they made the choice and they regret it. One of the reasons they regretted it, because the physician didn't do anything when they had a complication. And because of he or she not doing anything, it made them not able to have kids for the rest of their lives. This one decision should not impact the rest of your life. Nor should this one decision be put in the hands of physicians who are not willing to be held accountable and who are not willing to do what it takes to make sure you are safe and that in the time of a complication that they can do what's necessary to make sure that that complication is taken care of. That is the bottom line. If you are going to perform abortions in Louisiana, you're going to take care of the health and safety of our women because they give you their money and they trust you as a physician to give them the best care. And so since the industry couldn't do that, Louisiana expanded its law to include them on people we already protect. Omitting privileges is nothing new in Louisiana. It's been the law since probably before I was born. But for some reason, someone decided to exclude abortion clinics from the best care possible. We as women will no longer do that. We will hold them accountable as we hold other physicians in Louisiana accountable. And we will protect the women that walk in and out of their clinics. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator Jackson. It's an honor. Aren't you guys all inspired this morning? Are we the best, brightest, smartest people here? So proud of you all. I am going to introduce a couple more people to wrap us up today so we can head out to lunch and keep up with fighting and prayers for the win inside. But first, before I invite, so if Alex, Janae, James, Kat, and Mary can come join me, I want to hear you say, I believe that we will win. Because what they did in there was argue both sides. And I believe that we will win. Let's say it 3 times. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Awesome. So Janae Strachey from Heritage Foundation, are you still there? Great. I'm going to ask everyone to say just a few quick words in wrapping up this morning's beautiful event. Janae, come on up.
Hi everyone, I'm Janae Strachey with Heritage Action for America. I'm honored to be here to speak after all these incredible other speakers. And this is so important, you guys. When I walked up today, I was reminded so quickly that this is not women against the abortion industry. This is good versus evil. That's what it is. And they said, I saw a sign over there that actually said, access equals safety. They want to say, we don't want to go back to back alley abortions. That's unsafe. But I'm saying, what is the difference between being in their brick and mortar building with no admitting privileges, with no safety regulations, and being in a back alley? Because you can take an Uber to the ER from a back alley just as you can take an Uber to the ER from their abortion clinic. If they are not going to have standards, women should not be allowed to go there. It is unsafe. And that we have allowed the abortion industry, women over there are being lied to, and they're allowing the abortion industry to lower the standard, to lower the bar, that they're going to say access equals safety. It does not. And we're here today to say, abortion industry, we are raising the bar. We will no longer let you say we don't matter and that our safety and health doesn't matter. We're going to hold you accountable, and that's what happened in this court today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Janae. Great point. The next person I'm going to introduce you to is Alex Seeger. She's the Director of Education at Louisiana Right to Life. Let's hear it for another Louisiana local.
My name is Alex Sagers. I'm with Louisiana Right to Life, and I have something to say as a Louisiana woman. Today we are shedding a blinding spotlight over all of their attempts to keep in the dark these abusive health violations, their dangerous for-profit motive, and these brave Louisiana women's stories. This law, the Unsafe Abortion Protection Act, Act 620, was written by women in our very own Louisiana Right to Life office for women and has been defended by women in the court. Because you know what? Empowered women empower women.
It is what's happening in our nation.
To do medical services in all of the abortion facilities in my state's backyard, this is not about closing you. This is about expressing the decency that what you claim to be women's health to be upheld by a lick of basic health standards. Thank you so much to our Louisiana Attorney General's team. Thank you to our Louisiana representatives and senators, Democrat and Republican, men and women, for together stating that those women, especially in such a critical moment, should receive the best possible care we legally provide. So for Louisiana Right to Life, we look forward to the day that all unborn babies will be protected by law and welcomed with love. And abortion advocates, while you're keeping abortion legal, we are also fighting for the day that your bloody profits are not gained through the danger and demise of the women walking into your doors. Until that day comes, you are too incompetent. You are too unsafe. You need to step aside. You do not deserve to speak on behalf of Louisiana women. It's 2020. Women can speak for ourselves.
I'm going to take a trip to Louisiana and drink whatever water they're drinking. I love it. The next person I'm introducing you to is an amazing man who speaks up for life. His name is James Godfrey. He's the Vice President of Public Policy at the Dr. James Dobson Family Institute. Welcome, James.
I love seeing this diverse crowd here, but all of us have something in common. We're all here because we care about women. And we're all here because we believe that every life matters. And we're here because today, unfortunately, it takes a Supreme Court case to determine whether women deserve the most basic health and safety protections. So let me ask you a question. Should women's health and safety be up for debate? It's not a difficult question, which got me thinking, why would anyone oppose a law that protects women's health? Here's the answer, lean in. It's not just anyone opposing the law. It's abortion clinics and it's abortion doctors. Healthcare isn't their concern, abortion is. Here's another question. Do you think abortion doctors have women's best interests in mind? Do you know who's unquestionably qualified to speak for women? Women. Yes. And we've heard from many strong women today who are standing up for themselves and who are standing up against the abortion giants. But do you know who else has a duty to speak up? Men that care about women. We all have mothers, many of us have wives and daughters, and we should all be speaking up in support of these women and in support of the most fundamental protections for women's health. Funny thing is, abortion groups don't believe I should be on the podium today. They don't believe any issue you should be on the podium today. But they believe abortion is a women's issue, and they say men need to shut up and sit down. But this matters to all of us. Women are being hurt by the abortion industry. Men are being hurt by the abortion industry. And the world is being hurt by the abortion industry. And as men as husbands, as fathers, as women, as wives, as mothers, as fellow human beings. We need to speak up and remind the world that every life matters. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Kat Talalas, Assistant Director for Pro-Life Communications for the Pro-Life Secretariat of Pro-Life Activities at the USCCB. Please join us. Thank you.
We understand.
There we go. Women, their bodies, and their babies are immeasurably valuable. The violent act of abortion not only destroys the lives of unborn children, but often severely harms women's mental, emotional, and physical health. Louisiana is right to prioritize women over abortion industry profits, and all states, not only Louisiana, have an interest in regulating this life-altering procedure. It adds insult to injury and speaks to the callousness of the abortion industry. The providers are seeking to overturn basic standard protections for women who are seeking it. The church encourages all people of faith to pray about the outcome of this very important case.